All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started just a smidge early-ish. Because I pretty much have everything set up that I need to. Welcome, Dr. Snapper, Big W. And we who are about to die, salute you. Welcome to the stream. We be getting the DS booted up. There we go. Had a little bit of trouble beating Blue with only Ash's team. Was this the fight up on Mount Silver, or was this like Kanto Gym Leader Blue, like legitimately blue, not to be confused with red? They had ultrasound to find your vein? That's wild. That is some serious dehydration. One of my Rice Krispie treats just yeeted itself off my desk. That was weird. We got no music sounds. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Dr. Snapper. Tamiflu was the antidote when you were sick. We who are. Yeah, I guess down in your neck of the woods, that's actually pretty serious to be losing that much fluid that fast. Oh yeah, we're evolving Spearow today. You have Dr. Pepper now. That's always a good time. Okay, Snapper, like your definition of cold and my definition of cold are like completely different, just so you know. You're like probably chilling at like 60 degrees, maybe 50, right? Only 79. I vastly overestimated how cold it was. You're Norwegian? Okay, so if you're Norwegian, was that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Oh, Ancestry. I don't want to hear how cold it is there. We below freezing up in here. This is light jacket weather. Oh, we don't got snow. No, no. Heaven, no. Get out of here with that snow nonsense. No, we just got cold, desolate wasteland. There's no snow being had. But in all seriousness, it did snow like 3 days ago. No, we're just generally absurdly cold without the benefit of snow. Like, snow I can handle. Snow's great. I love snow. It's when it's gray, dim, and just dismal and cold, as cold as it can be for no reason, is when I hate it. Hey, Zinsins, welcome. Slap that like button for Brass Daddy and Baby Coin. Well said. Well said. We love it. We've been thinking about, not seriously, but it would be nice to be able to dab out to Arizona for a weekend in the middle of winter. Wifey coin. At least with the ego I have, their names are relative to me. So if it's Copper Coin and Baby Coin to me, she would therefore be Wifey Coin to me, not Mama Coin. I think Mrs. Coin would also be acceptable, but I think that might be where we were going with Madam. Yeah, so many Pikachus have lost a good fight in this forest in the pursuit of building the Pokemon species higher. Christopher Gary, welcome. We are indeed sacrificing Chunkachus for the greater Spearows today. Have any shiny spawned? If they did, I wouldn't know about it. Forgot they were chonky back then. Yeah, they chonky. Because this game doesn't have shinies. I am sure that a shiny has appeared and was promptly sacrificed. You went to the Pogo Unova thing today? Your body is sore as heck? I wish I would have. Was it fun, Aaron? Hopefully it was fun. Think in your first red playthrough all those decades ago, you spent like an hour looking for the yellow rat? Oh my gosh, yeah. Sometimes they are hard to find. Weedle, for example, is like a 5% encounter rate in my game. And it took me forever to find him again. Because I'm doing a living deck, so I had to find 3 Weedle / Kakuna at some point. And I spent 3 episodes looking for a stupid Weedle. It was ridiculous. Wasn't until I caught it, you know, like stopped thinking about it and just started slaughtering everything that it finally appeared. Wasn't the Unova thing you only allowed a small battery pack and a clear backpacks? Guess people are upset about that. I have heard nothing about it. I'm really upset that last Saturday I missed Hoopa Day. I am so pissed I missed Hoopa. Like, my phone did not tell me it was Hoopa raid date at all that day. It was so very sad. Aren't those things like generally citywide events? Like, how do you enforce that? Hey, speaking of the devil, there's a Weedle. Yeah, you could say I'm pretty excited about the Switch too. Yeah, I did see that. And I can guarantee you, Zen, that it is not for no reason. Some people are speculating that much like the GameCube with the screen attachment, that you could have a USB-C screen attached to the system, which I thought was really cool. Like, you could potentially turn it into a giant DS. Is that likely to happen? No. But the idea is that you would dock it with the USB-C side down, but you would play it with the USB-C side up so that you could still connect it to a TV and use it kind of similarly to a Wii U gamepad. That's very intriguing to me as well, because there's a chance that you could use it to play DS games at that point. And just have a wider range of functionality. Like, there is a very specific reason why the Joy-Cons are able to just flip sides. They did not do that by accident. And they definitely didn't just say, you know what, this looks like a cool idea, let's make them switchable. No. They can switch so that you can orient the system that way, whichever way, for specific reasons. If they do the second screen, absolutely. Couldn't imagine the price it'll be. I would estimate the screen itself being less than $100. I would think that they could do a USB screen attachment for $100. It would probably be sold separately, but I'm sure we'll know more soon. Recently found your OG copy of White with the GameStop shiny beasts from back in the day. That is epic. That's a great find. You need to find your Pokemon box memory card. Had some good ones on that. You had or have Pokemon box? That's what's up. That's a thing that I would like to get my hands on someday. Zinsins, there is absolutely no reason for them to change the cart from Switch to Switch 2. But I would imagine it would be very similar to a DS and a 3DS game. Because the 3DS could play DS games, but the 3DS game carts had that little extra tab off to the side so that you couldn't slide them into a regular DS. I suspect the Switch 2 games would be very similar. They actually sold them on military bases. Oh, hey, there you go. No, this... I can guarantee the ports will be the same. They've done this many, many times. Just like how a Game Boy Advance game, a Game Boy Advance can still play Game Boy games because the ports are the same, but a Game Boy game can't play a Game Boy can't play a Game Boy Advance game because the Game Boy Advance game isn't long enough to go down in. Very similarly to how the Game Boy Color can play Game Boy Color games and Game Boy games, but the Game Boy can't play Game Boy Color games because Game Boy Color games have a bulge on them that prevents them from sliding into the cart pack fully. Among other things. But it's very common of Nintendo to use the same shape of cart, just slightly altered so it doesn't fit right. Hey, Wiss. Wiss is here, has arrived. I saw that you were streaming earlier today while I was at work. I wasn't able to pop on because I was getting bombarded with card support related questions at work, but I did see that you were streaming. I think the controller magnets will be pretty sturdy. Had to cancel it at the last moment. Well, darn it all. Sorry to hear that. Oh, you did something dumb to make the stream lag? That's unfortunate. I love the kitty with the rave sticks. That's awesome. Set the stream bitrate to 40k instead of 4k. That would be rough. I didn't even know you could go that high. Ooh, I did get, after I finished streaming earlier, I did get all of my cards added into the binder, and disappointing, but so something they did with this set is I have a Master Ball Slowking somewhere. Anyways, oh, right there. So, oh, I gotta move chat here. There we go. They made it so like you have regular Slowking, reverse hollow Slowking, Pokeball Slowking, and Master Ball Slowking. You know, you have all the cards in the set, and it goes up to 131. If you don't do any of the secret illustration arts, there is barely enough sleeves in this binder to hold one of every card that is not like a secret illustration rare or a full art card of some kind that has a number above 131. But should I get any new cards, it will be super easy to add them to the deal there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, I'm not ready to stream. I need to open up another program here. What am I doing? Hey, Sparrow is evolving. Drink of choice, once again, water with hint of lemon. Such a dad drink. It is I am going to attempt to not drink soda for as long as possible. Gen 1 sprites are hit and miss. They are, like, look at this Squirtle. Perfect boy. Perfect little Squirtle boy. A lot healthier than the route you're on. Mr. Mime. It is a nightmare. Gengar's is pretty fire. War Turtles, pretty great. Yes. Yes, someone has, Dr. Snapper. I believe I would have to go back and check, but I believe Arsenon had done it on numerous occasions. 3 for sure that I know of, but I think he may have done it 5 times. No, he's for sure done it 5 times. I amend that statement. Because I could think of 4 right off the bat. Growing up with original Pokemon It's still weird to see purple face Mr. Mime and purple Gengar. If I remember correctly, Gengar wasn't purple. I mean, it was kind of purple. It did have a sprite change to a darker purple. Oh, Jinx, yeah. Yeah, Pink's face wasn't always purple. No. Your brother had a Gengar on his wall? Also, Whis, there are 8 Pokemon until Gym. You thought it was a 3? I wish it was a 3. Dr. Snapper, you do just that. Get some sleep, get feeling better, and get rehydrated. No coffee until you've drank 20 glasses of water. Took a couple playthroughs to figure out how cracked psychics were in the game in Gen 1. Oh, Alakazam goes so hard. Because, like, nobody had a high special attack stat except for Alakazam. And they, like, weren't weak to anything. Dr. Pepper only. Do I have to switch tabs to see Twitch chat? No, I do not. But Twitch chat is on my left screen, and YouTube chat is on my right screen. Realistically, I should be able to put it right here, and we would be just fine and dandy. So they're both on my screen. But then it's covering up part of the game, and that's just no fun. There we go. That's a good place for it, right there. That'll work. Yeah, I don't have to switch screens or anything. But, you guys see the stream in a grid, and I'm kind of watching what you guys watch in the stream. So for me, I have the game off to the left. My face is over here. Chat's below my face. And I have YouTube chat covering up the bigger chat because sometimes I can't read it or sometimes it just doesn't pop up. So instead of watching everything on one chat, I have to watch 2 chats. I should just play the game from Streamlabs itself, but Streamlabs won't let me make the screen big enough while still having access to my tools. Actually, I wonder, can I just like... Can I just take this and like, no. Ah, Christopher. It goes even further than that. Normally, psychics were weak to ghosts, but in Gen 1, ghosts were also poison, which are weak to psychic. That is true, but a step further is, in Gen 1, they forgot to code psychic being weak to ghost. So not only was psychic super effective against your Gengar, but your Gengar wasn't super effective against psychic like intended. It was one of those amazing coding malfunctions that they failed to fix before the game came out. AKA Gen 1 jank. Yes, exactly. I did not get that Eevee code. I will have to go back to the comments and find it. Also, Jupiter, welcome. And welcome, Brock's channel. Gen 1 Elite 4 Agatha still had the most badass Gengar entrance in the entire series. Oh yeah. I think she actually was the only one that had a Gengar. This game was built on hopes and prayers, surprisingly still good. This game was coded like garbage. So was like Gen 2 and 3. Specifically Gen 2. I think Gen 3 had some stuff fixed by an outside team. I do not know what that means, Jupiter, but I'm glad you are here now. Just like Fallout New Vegas? No, I'm pretty sure this game's programmed worse than Fallout New Vegas. For one, this was coded in assembly. Which is pretty bad in its own right. Two, specifically Gen 2. Okay, so you guys know how in Gen 2, you have to go find Misty, and she's on a date, and she's up at the Cape. Or I guess it could work for this gen as well. Misty should be in her gym at all times, right? There's no reason Misty would ever leave her gym for any reason whatsoever. So we know her sprite only needs to load if you go into her gym. You would expect to see Misty in her gym. One of the stupid things that Game Freak did when coding Gen 2 specifically, because I know that one for a fact, but probably this one as well, is that instead of creating a database with all of their resources in it and then saying, oh hey, you are here, journey on up here, pull this data, bring it back down here. No. They don't do that. For every route you are on, you can find Misty's sprite coded, but it's coded to not load. So like they input the data for Misty to be there, but then say block it, she's not actually here, put a check mark box there saying don't load Misty, but when you enter the route, it pulls that data, and then the code says don't run that data. So it's just very resource intensive for no reason at all. Instead of having a master repository with every sprite, every image that they could possibly need, and putting a code in it to pull from that repository into the screen you're in, they just hard coded it into the screen but elect not to load it. It's so dumb. But it was like 1986-ish, something like that. I don't know, somewhere Pokemon's old. But they should have known better, is the thing. Gundam Plastic. It's a series of model kits made by Bandai Namco. Okay, I gotcha. So is a Gunpla an abbreviation for Gundam Plastic? Or was that the name of the specific Gundam thing you were building? Kind of like how there's lots of Star Wars ships, but the Millennium Falcon is specifically the ship that Han Solo drives. Abbreviation. Okay. I may have Twitch chat in a different window, and I may be slow to respond to messages there, but I am better at least loading Twitch chat. You are building a mobile suit called RGM 96X Jesta. That sounds fancy. For 10 points, who knows the name of the power suit armor that you obtain for completing Operation Anchorage in Fallout 3? I will not lie. I have no clue. I also will not lie. I have no idea what the answer is. I was just hoping if somebody said it, I would remember what it was. It is the T-51B Power Armor. Level up. Might start another Gunpla kit. Rash, should he do the Zeta or the Freedom Strike? Pick purely based on name. I gotta go with Freedom Strike. You're actually working on an RG Zeta yourself? Oh, there you go. Okay. This is going to be a stupid question. What show had the first Gundams in it? Is it Gundam? Like, I would hope it's Gundam. Because I feel like Gundam, being the name Gundam, should be what inspired the entire genre of Gundam in animes. Mobile Suit Gundam. Okay. My next question, because Evangelion is totally a Gundam show. In a sense, I guess I should say. No, it is. It is, definitely. Is Transformers a Gundam show? The reason I ask is because I think specifically Gundams, by definition, requires a human pilot inside of them, whereas Transformers would not qualify because they themselves are just giant robots. Is that correct? Okay. Gundams require one or more pilots to operate them. Okay. So, my first experience with Gundam, using that definition, is Power Rangers. Okay? I have no idea what movie it is. I have no idea where I find it. I don't even know if it's real or not because I've never been able to find what Power Rangers this is since. Okay? Alright, so the Power Rangers use their powers, and I feel like it should be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They each summon a mecha robot Gundam, because they are a pilot, of an animal. One's a bear, One's a something or other. I forget all their individual animals. One's an eagle. And they all have their individual Gundam robot machine thing that they go and fight the enemy with. But individually, they are not enough. So they morph together, these Gundam robots, and become one big, giant fighting Power Ranger thing to take on the big bad. That's my only experience with Gundams and actually watching them aside from Evangelion. And I don't even know if it's real or not. Apparently my wife can hear me, and it is a thing, and she remembers it, and it is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And it even sent me a link to the movie. So it's real, evidently, and she seems to remember it as well. So either she's watching the stream, which is unlikely, or she can just hear me because I'm being super loud. They were Morphin coins. Anybody else here think that they did Evangelion super dirty with the movie remakes? I am never loud. Hey Jay, welcome. She asks, am I going to tell them about how the movie starts with them roller skating? Listen, I can't remember anything about the show aside from the end scene, because I don't know if it was intentional or accidental by timing, but I didn't really get to watch Power Rangers when I was a kid. So I know next to nothing about the Power Rangers movies at all. I did get to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, though. But that's because my brother had the remote. Lady Coin has good ears. I think she might be in the kitchen making bottles for the baby to have throughout the night and early morning. And because of where the kitchen is, the sound just goes through the door and straight into the kitchen. But evidently she remembers the movie way better than I do. You're old. You're a Voltron and Robotech kid. Not to make you sound older, but I have no idea what that is, and I'm 30. Oh, wait. Voltron. Voltron. I think I remember that name. Robot lions. 5 lions make big robot. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, checks out. Once again, have no idea what that is, but the name Voltron sounded familiar. It was mentioned in a Deadpool movie. Deadpool all about that reference life. By Swayze chatting in on Discord here. Yeah, by Swayze seems legit. If you're watching, seems legit. Voltron was decades before the Power Rangers, though. By decades, are we talking like Johnny Quest level, or like He-Man level decades? Wait, Johnny Quest. Or like G.I. Joe. Like, are we talking like 1973 or like 1985? Before He-Man. Oh gosh. Johnny Quest was 1964. Oh, Voltron was 1984. So, not that old. When was He-Man? $1983. He-Man looks like trash for its age. Like, I thought He-Man was late 60s, early 70s and looking good for its age. Well, you got some Scooby-Doo crap looking better than that. 1981. That's crazy. I'm just mentally having a hard time processing that. Skeletor aged pretty well. Skeletor aged like fine wine. Are you kidding me? My dad always talked about growing up watching like Johnny Quest and G.I. Joe. And he actually had some like action figures from those two shows hanging around still. Bet those are worth some money. The G.I. Joe action figures used to be 18 inches tall. Well, this one's definitely a foot tall. At least. My brother had an 18-inch tall Batman doll from like 1980 something. And that thing was diabolical. Because those bat horns stood up straight and they were pokey. And like, yes, we probably stuck them into an electrical socket and didn't die. But more importantly, that Batman doll was used as action figure. Was used as a weapon on many occasions. Not just as a bludgeoning tool, but as a piercing tool. So like, we're talking like 1d8 damage instead of like 1d6. But it would look like a snake bit when we got done with that toy. Its horns were used to puncture several times. Also, I hope everybody appreciated the D&D references. It was a doll. Action figures are dolls. It wasn't my toy, so I don't care. Ain't nobody gotta explain anything to me. That was just a jab at my brother. Also, can we talk about how this, like, Bulbasaur's a freaking beast for surviving through this somehow? Is Wish still hanging out here? Or did Wish vanish? I think Wish vanished. Revenge of the Cabbage? Why is the cabbage revenging? Did we have some beef with the Avatar or something? Oh, the cabbage frog. Oh, yeah. I gotcha. I'm so sorry you had to explain that joke. I'm with you. Hey, by Swayze. Didn't notice I was live. I did get your screenshots. Yeah, that definitely looks photoshopped. I was addressing it on on stream there for a second. Those are some pretty wild images. Well, I guess it was one image, but... He is only live on screen. His brain will have to be checked. That is the truth. Or Turtle. You asked for a timestamp of Emerald and Fire Red only. Gonna waste his time because he tried to scam you. So, like, you asked for a timestamp as far as, like, what do you mean by timestamp? Like, how long the game's been played type stuff? Oh, I got you. That kind of timestamp. That makes a lot more sense. 2:23:25. Like, I don't like the white lines behind Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. But Sapphire and Ruby look pretty okay. Okay, I need to withdraw. I can't take any more out. But I definitely had 2 Pidgey there. You seen that and busted out laughing? Ooh, we need to heal Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. Oh, Photoshop the timestamp. I didn't even check that. My Pokemon are fighting fit. Oh yeah, I'm also only 7 Pokemon away now. Let's get us a Venusaur. Let's get us... What Pokemon do I have that knows Fly? Do I even have one? full sequence of events on Discord. HMO2, I do have. Oh, that is the Pidgey. Haha, JK. Just kidding. And I don't even need it. I'm already here. Alright, let's check out this story we got here. Oh, wow. Okay, I see the problem. Yeah, those are pretty bad. Those games are way too scrunched. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That notepad is so fake. He ain't responded now, and I'm live. Fair enough. I'll respond. Ooh, that a while ago I opened up some packs of cards and got a full art Dusclops. Ended up selling that for like 17 bucks. Get my first sale on eBay under my business name. Because like I have like 140 positive reviews currently on my main, but had to open up the business one. Get those rolling. Oh, I really don't want to battle that. He sent one more. You want to look at how clear the timestamp is and how blurry the rest of the picture is? Hey, he's got my desk. Yeah. That notepad is pretty blurry. Ouch. Trying so hard. You just found the same picture on Google? Brutal. Send them what you found on Google. I want to see that. Please tell me you just did a reverse image search. And that's why when I sent my game or my card, because I have no reviews on my account, I filmed putting the card in the package, wrapping the package, and putting the package in the post office. I wasn't messing around. I wasn't making it so that they could say, oh, he didn't deliver the item. It was a piece of paper. Yeah, I didn't play around with that. And those reviews are key on eBay. They really are, especially early on. And like, having had fraudulent stuff happen to me before, had I not had as high of a review as I did, it would not have gone as well in my favor. Waiting for a response. Speaking of messing with people on eBay, I listed my card for like $20, right? My cool Dusclops card. And somebody like submitted me an offer for like 14 bucks. No, it was 12.50, something ridiculous. And so I came back with like 19, they came back with 13, I came back with 17, they came back with 14, I came back with 16.50, they came back with 14.50, and I came back with 16, and then they sent another one for 14.50. And so I was just messing with them the entire time, like, listen, I ain't taking less than 16, come on, man. And then somebody different offered me 17. And I said, listen, I'll take it. Okay, I was sweating that I was supposed to find a Mankey in the Path to Indigo Plateau. Oh, it's only in Pokemon Yellow. You offer low first, then come back strong? Fair. Next time, just start increasing my price for the cost of wasting your time. That's basically what I was doing. After, because we did 2 rounds of it. Like, I was just getting him down, you know, up to 16, and he was getting me down, but I wasn't going to go less. I think they were trying to buy my card so they could get it graded and sell it for more, because it did look like it could easily be a 10. Not gonna lie. Buddy said he made an advert on it, so I'm assuming that's why the picture was on Google. Uh-huh. 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 I doubt it. Today on Factor Cap. Alright. I am told the stream must come to an end. So with that, we will defeat this Metapod and end the stream. A little early, but that's okay. We have a crabby baby to come and tend to, so it is time. But, as always, we save. And we save again. See ya next time on